What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the Dan Dunn Show.
Welcome to the Dan Dunn Show. So today we're going over probably the funnest thing that we could possibly do in terms of us, dude. I love Bausch. He hates Bausch. Bausch, formerly known as Valiant, they've gone through some troubles in their past. They've had some hard times.
Yes.
So first things first, we're just gonna hop in and we're gonna look at their 5-year chart.
All right, so let's transition in.
All right. So obviously things don't look too good. Obviously things don't look too good. Up here is like 246. I think they peaked at down here. I think they bottomed out at like $8 or something like that around here. But it really doesn't look good if you look at it like that. But what happened here was they started buying all these companies. They started acquiring a lot of debt, but they started picking up new products that were supposed to pan out to be the next big thing. They were on a fast track to be a $500, $600 stock.
Farmer Bro.
Farmer Bro got involved, dude, jacking prices. Paulson was in on it. Whatever these guys' names were in on it, and all the CEOs, the old management of Valiant was getting really fucking greedy, straight up greedy. And it just started running up a wall. People were getting rich on Valiant. It was down the dumps in 08, and it ran up to 240. And people really had a strong bullish sentiment on Valiant. And then when it all cracked, that Farmer Bro was jacking prices. This is what was going on.
Goddamn Hillary Clinton.
Goddamn Hillary Clinton. I mean, just the whole thing about why it collapsed and, how it collapsed so violently, so fastly. And, they fired their CEOs. What?
You had the mouse on here, but not on here.
But, they started firing CEOs and shit. And it just wasn't the best time for anything. And you could see that ever since then they've leveled out. They're at fucking 20. They've traded in between 8 and 30
If you bought it at 5, if you bought it at 8, it's up 300%.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you bought it at the absolute bottom, if you had it.
Dude, if you bought it earlier this year, you're up 100%.
Yeah.
And that's the way this thing moves. It's so low right now. Give me the 1-year chart.
Yeah.
But it's so low right now that and it moves so rapidly. It hops. It moves in volume. Like if you're a swing trader, Bausch is something that you need to have a feel for.
So here is the
you gotta love Bausch.
Here's the 1 year.
Yeah, let's look at the 1 year.
And so as you can see, like Dan said, you know what I mean, had a nice little run up in January, came back down with the market, but then had a very nice recovery, and it's been hovering around that $20 to $25 range, right? That's pretty much where the band is with this stock, and jumped up today again.
For everyone that's watched Valiant for a long time, I pray to God, I pray to the Almighty that we never go back into the teens, right? Because goddamn those places, it is dark when it's 14 and it goes down $1 a day, man. It is bad. but just
here's the 3-month.
The 3-month chart. You can look at this. You can look at this in a couple ways. You can look at this as a head and shoulders. If you look across this line, it broke. It fell off. You can look at this as a, that's really the only way you really can look at this. That's the chart that went off. A month ago, I looked at like it could be a few things, but it looks like the head and shoulders is the one that stands out the most. So it really was the head and shoulders. FDA approvals, FDA, non-approvals happened all in this span. It was a whole fucking thing with Bausch. Bausch is really an active stock if you watch it closely. It's a great stock to swing in. It's a great stock. It really is a great stock.
It's got a lot of volatility.
Yeah, it's got a lot of volatility. There's no reason this stock shouldn't be at 60. There are reasons. there are reasons it shouldn't be. There are reasons it shouldn't be. But quite frankly, why it's at 20 is a joke. It's comical sometimes when you see the things that happen to this stock.
What did you say the price to earnings was? That if it was at 19,
the price to earnings I think right now is like 6 or 7.
So if it goes to,
I don't know what the price to earnings. Don't quote me on that.
All right. So just forget the price to earnings for now. Let's start off with the most. So
watch that shit.
First, let's go to the investor presentation now. You want to talk about Papa before or after the investor presentation?
We'll close it with Papa.
All right, so let's go to the presentation here. And one of the things that you have to like about this company is the CEO. And
he's the fucking man, bro.
And one of the things about this report that I like is look at this number, 68 pages. And you know what? It ain't marketing material, ladies and gentlemen. This is 68 pages of this is Bausch. They ain't hiding anything.
They're leaving it out there for you to judge.
Yeah, I mean,
however you want to judge it.
They are really leaving it out here for the world to see. So we're gonna go to page 14 here, and this is the most important chart. And this is the definition of Bausch. This is all of its problems right here. And this is this debt graph right here. And so as you can see,
they're pushing it off and they're making it smaller.
This is classic finance 101 here.
No one cares about finance anymore.
The hockey stick chart of debt, delay and defer. They took all their debts so they don't have to pay it in 2018, 2019. But in 2020, you start getting this hockey stick here. And it's very vital to them that their revenues match, because as interest rates get higher, everything that we talked about, there's going to be a bit of a credit squeeze. You don't know how easy it's going to be to refinance that debt in 2021.
I know that Papa works wonders, though. But
when you get to that spot, you might not have a friendly credit environment.
If we could go back to the screen, though, I just want to point out to everyone, this is what the chart looked like in March of 2016, with it going straight uphill, and he refinanced that shit to 2020. He doesn't have to pay shit until 2020.
It's zero interest rate environment.
But,
you know
but he keeps paying off his debt. He keeps paying it off ahead of schedule in big chunks, and he's lowered it from up here to down here.
Big chunks. Look at and so
dude, that's $5 billion.
This is something
that's $5 billion.
This is something that we forgot to mention here. $25 billion in debt, and if you look at it, they owe zero, and zero, but then in 2021 they will owe $2.5 billion of their revenue needs to go into debt. Everything else being equal,
it's totally acceptable.
20. So yeah, no, it's actually 2.7 billion in debt, 1.4 billion, 6.5 billion.
Yeah,
and so this company,
it'll be paid off by then.
And this is the problem with Bausch, is that it's an established healthcare company that already has established products, and they need to have growth, like a fresh startup, for them to be able to be successful.
They're going to need to get a new drug. They're going to need to get a new game-changer drug somewhere.
We're going to go into the game-changing drugs. Let's first, so we went through there. Let's go to cash on hand, which was up here somewhere. Let's see.
Cash on hand, I think, was
it's right here.
Yeah.
So they have $838 million cash on hand. So you see, in 2017 they had $2.5 billion, $2 billion, and to Papa's credit, he has been paying off the debt,
bro. Papa,
and he's been driving it down, and he's been taking advantage of the zero interest rate environment.
Dude, the guy knows how to play ball.
The guy knows how to play ball.
The guy knows how to play ball.
Here it is, right here. 8 million on hand, and you see this 2.5, this 2 billion, and a lot of this money went down into paying debt, which was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? It was a very responsible thing to do.
And he also did it despite the Bears. If you watch Valiant stock in any kind of capacity, anytime Valiant goes down the dumps, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, on the worst and the darkest of days, after hours, Papa's paying down $250 million in debt.
He doesn't have that flexibility anymore, though. You look at his numbers. I mean, him paying down that debt in those huge chunks, it's just not, the money is not there anymore.
Dude, Papa will do it if he wants to do it. And that's the thing you don't get about Papa. That's that.
All right. So here's their financial results. And as you can see, revenues, running out of loss. I mean, really, it just... All right, and so here's the thing, and this is the most important part in something them
missing Q2 was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, and so research and development, right?
R&D.
R&D. So this is the other part of Bausch that's very important.
It's probably the most important thing, all things aside, is the research and development. What's their pipeline look like?
The debt is hugely important. They do not have capital to go out and make a major acquisition to cover this huge debt thing. So they gotta hit a home run, and it needs to be from their own farm system.
Or they gotta sell an asset here.
Nah, they can't sell an asset because they need that cash flow. If they don't have the price of the asset, you're gonna get like 5 years of revenue out of it, maybe, right?
Yeah.
And 5 years of revenue, if that company is fair. Everybody knows Bausch needs to sell, so they're not on the strong side of the negotiating table, really. And so I think that they need to have a home run type of product in the pipeline. And we went through the pipeline, and it wasn't as promising as you would want to have to cover these billions of dollars in debt.
It's not. I mean, they're coming out with tropical creams, tropical acne creams, but it's
it's tough.
But it's that's the business that they're in, and they acquired all this debt. And it's either that they come up with some miracle drug that you shove up your ass and you'll never have acne again your whole life, or they
cure blindness.
Yeah, there's nothing.
So here's Papa's mission. So he took over in 2016. We saw the chart; it was in the dumps, and there's a reason why the stock went from 8 to 24. He's done as good of a job as a CEO can do in this time. He's turning it around, and he's moving into the transform period.
It is the turnaround. Hold on. Let me get this live. It is the turnaround of a lifetime. It is the opportunity of a lifetime. That is a quote from Mr. Joe Papa, the CEO of Bausch & Lomb.
So,
and another thing about I'll talk about him later. But
no, keep talking about him because I gotta get to the chart.
Yeah, fucking Joe Papa, dude. That guy worked for Cardinal Health. He worked for Perrigo.
All winners.
Yeah, and when he was there, dude, he took. I think it was Cardinal Health. No, it was Perrigo. I don't know. One of them he was only there for like 2 or. It was Cardinal Health.
Yeah, Cardinal Health.
And dude, he was the only one who brought stability to that goddamn stock. It's still volatile to this day, and he's the only one who brought it in line.
So let's go through the different divisions of Bausch right now. What they got going on here. So you can see here that they got Bausch & Lomb, and this is their this is the racehorse here. This is their stability. This is their bedrock. Only 4% organic growth, though. You know, the revenues are high on it, and it's definitely their main winner. But you would like to see more growth out of it, and because the growth is so low on here, you would expect
Papa to just pay down debt or something.
Nah, but moving forward. Hold on, let me scroll down here. Oh, it's got me on this thing for some reason. Right here. The Salix organization at 14% growth is going to take over the Bausch, the Lomb division as their highest growing one, and this is the one that Dan thinks that they should sell.
They should sell it because there's so much premium on that. It's a company that's growing at a 14% rate. You could give me 5 years. First off, Papa's gonna get 7.
Yeah,
and you know, you can, and like. That's an industry that you could sell because you never know when it's going to peak because the contacts with Bausch & Lomb have peaked. Like they only get 4% growth, so it's only like kids coming in to get contacts anymore. Salix is a growing industry. There are people that need it, and I think that Salix is the one you would want to sell right now, or you sell your ortho,
The ortho is not worth anything.
I know it's not. I know it's not, which is why I would keep it. I would keep my tropical fucking gels, dude.
So here's the ortho. I mean, this is just a dog.
Yeah,
if I've ever seen
a joke. They should just close it down and save their fucking money. To be honest with you,
this company runs at a loss. It's not a loss, but it goes down.
No, it literally runs at a loss.
Does it run at a loss? I don't know. I know that it doesn't grow.
It literally runs at a loss. I think it's minus 11%.
And you know what? To give the Papa a lot of credit, they take a lot of responsibility. They spend a lot of slides describing how they're going to turn this around. It's going to be tough. And then here's the number here, that they're over $1 billion in the next 5 years out of this one division. And so if you add this division up, the other division, the Salix, and then the Lomb division, they're still only at $3 billion. And they got that $6 billion mark staring them down in 5 years. They got to come up with something else.
Salix has got a pipeline, bro. That's what you don't understand.
And look at what some of these things are. Where was the pipeline? Here it is. So they're
in ortho.
Oh, this is ortho. So this is tropical treatment for acne. That's not going to do it.
No, that's not.
Tropical treatment for acne. Tropical treatment for moderate and severe epidemic derm. I don't know what that is.
Dude, it's a solid $800 million sale.
Yeah.
Though.
You know what I mean?
Put it all into debt.
I'm not a biologist or a doctor, so I don't know how much these things are. All I know is that they're going up against those infomercials if they're going up against acne.
This is what's fun with biotech. Yeah. So you don't really know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, you got there. Like I took off my glasses for this show, and I'm using my Bausch & Lomb. Hold on, where is it? Bausch & Lomb Pure Vision 2 babies. These bad boys, I can wear them all day. I can wear them all day, bro.
He's got night vision Hawkeyes with these things. Night vision Hawkeyes with these things.
Let's keep that low.
So here's.
But seriously, I got fucking. I got I got astigmatism in my one eye, dude. I can't wear contacts. I put Bausch and Lomb in. I can wear them. Like, it really is. It's the one brand that I could wear. So there is something to that. There is something to that.
I don't wear glasses, so.
Because you don't have night vision Hulk.
And so another thing, I mean, they have one of the things that you got to respect about this company is that they have a very clear definition, and it's, in my opinion, a correct definition, a very classical definition of what they need to do to turn around. They got to get their ortho better. So they're talking doubling revenue in the next 5 years. They need to generalize annual revenues of $1 billion over the next 5 years.
They need to make $1 billion every year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is. And then addressing the debt, you know, they got to free up the cash flow and reduce debt. And I think that's why they can't sell those divisions, because you need that cash flow. The cash flow is more important than the actual paying down of the debt at this point, in my efficiency. And cut costs. I mean, that's what this operational efficiency is, cutting costs and focus on R&D. They need, you know, everything the way it is. They cannot go out and acquire what's going to save this company. They need to produce it in-house. They need to get their scientists. It needs to start with them 110% all the way through.
Absolutely.
And if they could do that, I mean, they have a chance. But
if they do that and they flip the script, you're looking at $120 stock.
And I have faith in the CEO.
Dude,
I cannot talk about how much I have faith in the
Joe
CEO.
motherfucking Papa.
He's the boss. Let's let the big guy talk about.
Yeah. All right. So Joe Papa, right? Joe Papa. This guy
I'll pull up a picture of him.
Yeah, Joe Papa getting a picture up.
Yeah.
So dude, this guy looks like Jesus in the CEO form. He was born in Connecticut. He now resides in New Jersey. He used to be the CEO for Cardinal Health, then moved on to Perrigo after transforming both of those companies to being profitable and successful.
Here's our man.
That's the guy.
Here's our man.
Oh my God.
You know what? You see the Jesus resemblance.
Yeah, you see it. You see it in there. But, dude, this guy pays down debt every time the Bears attack. All right, and so when we say Bears attack, sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a bear wave or there's a bull wave. But in Valiant particularly, because it does seem like that there's some sort of market maker that doesn't like it or whatever. It doesn't let it run at certain times. Like, I don't like to talk about market manipulation or things being held back. I don't necessarily believe it. But if you watch Valiant enough, there's times when, why the fuck
there's a ceiling.
Yeah, there's
a ceiling.
Why the fuck didn't we go higher today? And when that happens, it tends to go into a down trend. I watch Valiant all the time. I'm in Valiant.
It was what got him into the market.
Yeah, it's what I learned on Valiant.
His first big wins.
My first big wins were on Valiant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And back when it was VRX, now it's BHC. The motherfucker changed the name. And so the tailwinds of changing his name are still around today, right? And like that's gonna blow over in 2 years. It's just gonna be Bausch Health, and it's just gonna change. And like people are gonna forget about Valiant. And Papa knows this, and Papa did it. Papa. Dude, the guy pays off debt anytime that there's a massive bearish wave coming in. Like, there's downgrades by some fucking... What was I calling that guy? A B-grade analyst?
A junior...
a junior analysis, yeah. So whenever some junior analysis comes through and decides that he's going to throw a price target on fucking Bausch and Lomb at 18 when it's at fucking 23 or some shit, and you know the guy's got a success rate of 2% with an annual return of -6%. And for some reason,
and then he comes out and opens his name up Bausch.
For some reason, that drills that fucking price down fucking 8% that day. And but literally, these are the things that happen. And so you know, it just really feels like Bausch is. And you know, my new strategy is to avoid stocks like this. Bausch is close to the heart. And you know, you don't get emotional with stocks, but I get emotional with fucking Bausch.
He loves his company.
Dude,
we were going to do a live stream from corporate headquarters.
We were going to go sit outside. We were going to go sit outside.
It was raining today, so it didn't work out. But
dude, fucking Bausch Health, man. Bausch Health is the place you want to be. Joe Papa cares about the shareholders. If there's one thing you should ever think about as a CEO, is if a CEO shows that he cares about the shareholders, the shareholders should have faith to put their money in that company with a little bit of safety. No matter how bad this market's been to this company, and quite frankly, it's been pretty rough.
Yeah.
Nothing they've done in the last 3 or 4 years, nothing they've done has gotten trampled on. And you know, they deserve it to a degree. They deserve it. It wasn't good morals or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
the old CEO's in jail now.
I don't think it was a CEO.
Yeah, it wasn't a CEO.
Yeah, but someone just got. I think someone just got fucking put away for a year. You know, like, they got involved with Formidable. Like, yeah, old Valiant was doing bad things. They're bad. But
they're one of the companies that fled the country for tax breaks.
Yeah, but you know what? It was the country that let them do it. And, you know, we're not going to talk about that. And if I was in that position, I'd be in jail, too. Because I would have went full ass into that shit, dude. Absolutely. 100%. But, dude, Papa cares, dude. Papa pays down. Dude, on August 2nd, when the stock was getting beaten and battered, Papa came out of nowhere and bought 202,000 fucking shares of Valiant, dude. 202,000 shares. It's something like 18 apiece. I don't know what the exact price was. Do you know how much money that is?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I didn't do the math. I didn't bother to grab a calculator. I know that's a shit ton. A shit ton of
at the end of the day,
shares.
At the end of the day, for this report to be successful, it needs to be those key things. They need to lower their costs. They need to have some huge pipeline developments. They need to get that debt down.
Dude, you could trust your fucking money.
And
dude,
and they need to get that ortho up.
Another thing is all the incentives that Joe Papa has. If he gets his stock back up to 240, he's gonna make like $500 million.
There's two things that are going to happen with this company.
It's going to go up or it's going to go down.
One is that they're going to hold fast, try to grow what they have, and take this debt head on, and try to grow the share price back. That's the first thing. The second thing is they're going to have a fire sale of assets, try to isolate the debt in the company, and declare bankruptcy, and have the subsidiaries survive.
Either way, the shareholders win. And
the shareholders... Papa cares about the shareholders.
Papa isn't going to let you down, bro.
Yeah, Papa cares about the shareholders.
Papa's not going to let you down. Yeah, dude, the guy has proven time and time again. He's not. If you are long term, you are an options player. If you're long term in Valiant, he's not going to let you down.
Yep.
And you know what? There is something to say to that, and that's a different breed of CEOs.
And you know what? This isn't his first rodeo.
No, it's not.
He took this on.
And quite frankly, it's his hardest one. And, and he seems like he's turning it around.
Yeah.
You go back to that year chart. I don't even feel like pulling it up, but you go back to that year chart and you'll see that it's an up fucking trend. You go back to the 2-year chart, it's an uptrend.
We're coming up. We passed 22 minutes, so it's time to.
Dude, we're talking about Bausch though, but I understand. I can talk about Bausch for hours. I love this stock. This is literally the stock you want to be in. I want to be in. If I could just first off, if I could just day trade Bausch on a daily basis, I'd be a billionaire. Long term,
you know what? He has his he has this down pat. I've made money off Bausch listening to him as well. I mean, he knows the chart. So
I know when that shit goes up.
What do you think about the earnings? What do you think?
Dude, they're probably gonna miss.
You think they're gonna miss?
Dude, there's too much hype. They went up like 8% today, and I know when Bausch goes up, you should be wary. But I hope
you think they're gonna break out, go over 30.
Honestly, I don't know, because when I went to Provision in Q3, the lady didn't sell me on the most expensive ones. She sold me on the generics, and if they get hit on fucking Bausch & Lomb from people being lazy like that,
oh man.
And dude, that's just a personal experience. But those personal experiences are more valuable than any kind of research that you'll do out there.
No, that's real life.
Wasn't looking for it, wasn't asking for it, but I knew that that I should have been sold on Bausch, and she didn't try to sell me on Bausch. But you knew that I went ahead. You knew I went ahead and bought my Bausch, bro. But I don't know. So, dude, if they miss, man, it's tough. It's tough. And I'm still gonna think that it's a $60 company.
Yeah.
But if they beat tomorrow, that pays the way to 30. It pays the way to 30, and it's gonna be, dude. I should just stop talking. But I love Bausch. I love Joe Papa. The guy cares, man. The guy cares.
Me long term, I think that you buy this stock where it is now, and the CEO is going to take care of you.
Yeah, one way or the other. Even if they go bankrupt, you'll get rewarded for it.
Yeah, this man is going to be taking stupendous care of you to transition him in here. Let's end the show with a nice picture of
Mr. Papa.
Mr. Papa, who deserves...
Mr. Papa. Bro, you're the boss, man. You're the hero Gotham never deserved, man. Anyway, guys, this is the Dan Dunn Show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with our shit. Sorry that we've been away for so long. This dumbass is going to Florida again. But
Going on vacation.
Yeah, going on vacation. Yeah, dude, listen to this fucking asshole. He's just flying around the fucking country. But anyway, guys, thank you for fucking watching our show. Thank you for putting up with us. We really appreciate it. We really
do.
We have a good time doing this.
This
we have
is
a
fun.
good time watching it, dude.
This is fun.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Whatever. Do your thing. We'll do ours.
And good luck.
Good luck, man.
Yep.
Don't take advice from us.
Do not listen to a word.